Hey guys, coming at you from New England. Today we were walking with Ted, who's like 7 months old, and Menace, who is like 6 months old. So they're 2 litters that I had this year. Ted is from my program mixed with my friend Bridget's program, and Menace is from my program mixed with my friend Andrew's program. So as a matter of fact, if any of you go on documentary TV and you look up Brad Anderson, so his father was bred by Brad Anderson, and his Menace's grandmother was bred by Brad Anderson out of New Mexico. Watch his videos on documentary TV. Very cool. Guy's a lot of dogs, a lot of knowledge. Kind of uses interesting mixes that don't get used a lot. For example, Ted's grandfather is a Shikoku Ken from Japan, and Menace's great-grandfather is a Karelian bear dog. I believe they're from Finland. So kind of cool mixes you don't see all the time. They're pretty good dogs. I really like them. Menace is probably going to go live with Andrew, who owns the female he was bred off of. They're actually, as well as that, they're cousins. So Ted's mother and Menace's father are brother and sister. So they're a really good example of just what one cross can do, what one intentional mix does, but how much it can change everything that you're doing, because they're really nothing alike. But I love them both. I don't really have a preference. Menace is very soft, very soft dog. Little sequence. Ted, come. Ted, come. Ted! Hey, Ted, focus. Jerk. Menace doesn't really know his name yet, I'm gonna be honest. Ted's been working on it, but he likes to get distracted by beating people up. But Menace is very soft. See, like when you go to pet him, he's very soft, very submissive dog. Ted, not so much. Pretty much normal. He's a little bit of a douchebag. But yeah, Menace is probably my softest dog. You guys seeing all the deer tracks? Lots of deer tracks. And by soft, I'm talking about like a so if you have kids or siblings, you'll notice that some of your kids take a huge amount of discipline to get them to learn and understand what's right and wrong, while other kids take almost none. So for example, my son Benjamin is very difficult, and he's very naughty, I guess you'd say, and he takes a lot of punishment, lots of time out, lots of losing TV privileges, lots of losing toy privileges, and to get him to behave himself. Now, my daughter, Olivia, is the exact opposite. Oh, look at this old buck rub. You can you can scold her once. You go, Olivia, no, that's naughty. That's actually pretty high up too. But and she's done. She's crying. She's on the floor. Just something that simple. So with dogs, it's similar. You end up having these soft dogs where it doesn't take much pressure from me. Like Menace, it doesn't take. There's no pressure involved. So imagine you take a dog like that and you discipline them very hard. He doesn't handle it very well because he's very soft. It takes very little pressure. But then you can have dogs where it takes lots of pressure. A lot of times dogs like Malinois, Dutch Shepherd take sometimes even extreme amounts of pressure to get a reaction out of them. And that's why they can do bite work, and they can beat them with, they're fake sticks and stuff, but the principle's the same. They're designed that they're biting onto a criminal, and the criminal can be hitting them and choking them and trying to hurt them, and it has little to no effect. And that's how they're bred and made. A dog like him, if he bit on you, you could probably yelp and he'd let go. He's not a working dog. He's very soft. That's what I mean when I say soft. His father's a pretty soft dog as well. But he's definitely softer. Which, to each their own. Some people prefer it that way, some people don't. But some dogs, they're getting in the garbage and you can yell at them and do all sorts of shit to them and they get no reaction. A dog like him, if you give him a good stern no and a good finger pointing, he's going to be dead inside. That's one of the reasons I really like his dad, is he doesn't really do anything wrong, because it only takes like one time of disciplining him, scolding him, and he just knows, okay, I'm not doing that again, because I absolutely hate this experience of being yelled at. Which way do I want to go? I'm going to go up this way. I don't really feel like going downhill, because then I got to come up out of the hill. But they're cool. I like them. I think they're good moving forward. A lot of the dogs you see on here, Iris, Mocha, Apollo, those dogs are his half siblings. They have the same dad, who is Scout, who I don't think is on here very much. I love this fresh snow, and it's not too deep, and it's good for walking. It's stuck to everything. It's beautiful. I'm actually surprised that I think Menace is going to end up being a bigger dog than Ted. He's certainly going to be longer, but I think he'll be bigger overall. I'm definitely going to be devastated when he goes to live with Andrew, but that's how these things work. You find me a bone? No, just a turd. I'm still hoping and praying to find a deer shed someday. So, keep me in your prayers. Let's go this way. Probably won't find one with this fresh snow covering everything, unless they just dropped it or it's big enough to stick up 4 inches. But I'd really love to get a good antler for the first time on camera. Would be a dream come true. Stop picking up turds and find me an antler, you dirtbag. It's a nice deer run. Let's see if we can find an antler on it. Oh. Let's see. Probably gonna turn back and head back, so I don't want to really get that far away from the field because I don't want to jump all the deer out because I want to find their antlers. So if I jump them and they run away, then I'm screwed. You find one for me? Is that an antler? No, you're just sniffing pea piles. I don't want to know where they pee. Nice deer run through here. Well, you guys ready? We're gonna head back to the field. Okay? For any of you who stuck around to this point in the video, which is gonna be none of you, you might wonder what the benefit is of dogs like this. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, the only thing that would, we have negative temperatures here. So sometimes we'll have a whole month of negative temperatures. You know, negative 20, negative 30, and then you have wind chill. So it's been an unusually warm winter. Take that as you will. But anyways, these two dogs here with their coats, they don't look too outrageously warm. Nothing looks inherently special about it. But I know for a fact, because of the living conditions that my dogs are in, which is 90% outdoors, depending on who's inside. Because I have a lot of dogs, so they have their special places, and only some of them live inside at some times. And if there's a litter, none of them live inside except the mother. There's another little buck rub. The mother and her babies, because that's just asking for a disaster. I know people who have lost litters to other dogs coming in and killing them, or dogs fighting each other over it. It's just an absolute disaster. So anyways, that's all beside the point. These dogs could live 100% easily in this climate. Several feet of snow a year, negative temperatures. If they all got loose, they would live. The only concern would be food, and that's something that, you know, you can't predict. They're not hunting dogs, so would they be able to scavenge enough? Would they be able to work together to get deer or get rabbits and things like that? I don't know, to be determined. I guess I'd have to let a bunch of them loose and see if they exist. But when it comes to being hardy, weather-wise, they will live 100% fine in freezing, snowy, wet conditions. And that's a big deal to me. Look at all this ripped up here. This is all turkey action. Turkey. So yeah, I guess that'll be all for today. Just wanted to do a quick video while I had them out here, and thought, you know, it's gorgeous out. Let's do a quick video. I don't do a lot of videos. I definitely don't do as many as I used to, but you know, it's hard because you run out of stuff to talk about, and then you're just kind of walking your dogs, and it's like nobody watches and nobody cares. But it is a nice way to document someday when all these dogs are gone and I'm old and I'm missing them, and I can go back and watch myself go on a nice walk with, who's he walking across that stone wall? What a goofball. He is a glorious dog. Well, I guess that'll do. I'm going to get some pictures and post them on my Facebook. If you want to follow me on Facebook, if you've lasted this long, you probably do. You can follow me at Buddy Rich. Yeah. That's where I do, like, my Facebook is almost entirely jokes and dogs. So, if you're interested in my dogs, if you're interested in cool dogs, and a little bit of silly times, follow me on Facebook at Buddy Rich. You over and out, guys. Have a good day.